What's up? I'm that watch guy. That is a Vortic watch, an original Vortic watch. It's absolutely beautiful. If you're not familiar with Vortic watches, they're a company out of Fort Collins, and they convert basically pocket watches into original, unique pieces. And this one is one of my first Vortic watches. It's absolutely beautiful. Of course, they make everything entirely in the USA, in their shop in Fort Collins. They outsource these bands, but the movements itself are classic American movements that come back, they're from, your Lancasters, your whatever it may be, but they create these, they put these old movements in here to create an absolutely beautiful watch. One of the things I love about Vortic is they leave the actual integrity of the dial intact. I mean, look at that character and look at that. I mean, that's just truly one of a kind. Another thing that you'll notice about this piece is it's here. So it's a hunting watch, basically. So, when this was an actual pocket watch, it would flip open and then, put it back and then stash it away. It's a hunting watch, go out, do your hunt, kill your bird, whatever you're going to do. I mean, probably shouldn't shoot at things that aren't shooting at you, but maybe that's just me. So now I'll show you how smooth that winds. I mean, that is just, that is absolutely beautiful. Look at it. Again, this watch holds time very, very well. Vortic actually goes through and they have these before they sell them, they put them on this kind of gyroscope thing that spins all around because, of course, pocket watches were meant to be in your pocket and not necessarily, on your wrist. So having to leverage each kind of position that the watch could be, upside down, sideways. Maybe you're doing yoga. Maybe you shouldn't do that with a Vortic watch on, but you can do all kinds of stuff or whatever you want. And this bad Larry is going to hold time. So this one here, Chicago, but I mean, it is, let's see here, 17 joules, which is interesting. I mean, if you know anything about joules, of course, initially they were rubies, and then, they switched out because obviously that's not economical and different things. As watches got bigger, better, faster, but in the day, and I think maybe even still to this day, they'll tax you on the amount of joules that you have. So again, if I'm wrong, go ahead and step up and correct me in the comments. Roast me, give me whatever you want, man. Dude, woman, whatever you want. But anyway, of course, we're going to set that time. We'll go clockwise. The time right now is my time, so it's going to be whatever I say it is. And that means it's 8 o'clock. And then that's the other thing too. Do you hear that? Hear that click? So that's Vortic engineering. I mean, right there. They put that crown and sleeve and everything. They manufacture that themselves. Of course, they manufacture this as well, and that whole sleeve that goes in. It's a tricky component to do, and it's very tricky to get it right or correct. As you can tell, I wear this watch quite a bit, so the band is a little bit worn, but that's not detract from it. Band itself is from wound and worn. I really like these bands. They're very nice. They hold up well, very well. Another thing that's really nice about these Vortic watches is the lugs. So these lugs, they manufacture them themselves, and they're unique screw-in lugs. I mean, you're not gonna take that bad Larry off unless you cut it, because these lugs hold up good. And again, that's something engineered and made by Vortic. It really doesn't get any better. I mean, I've got other high quality watches, but if you want a true piece that's going to last, that's a piece of American history, you're going to want to get a Vortic. If you don't have one of these, that is a shame. You need to get out and get yourself one as soon as possible. They're actually launching a Kickstarter here soon where they're going to be selling a little bit smaller watches. They're going to be probably about, I want to say 36 millimeters, which will be smaller on the wrist. Some people like the smaller watches. I'm kind of a fan of the bigger watches. Not because I'm a big guy or anything, because I'm not. I'm only like 4'2", so I'm pretty small. But I'll tell you what, size alone, it doesn't always matter, but it does to a lot of people and a lot of women. So anyway, you're going to want to check this bad boy out. This is a Chicago from Vortic, and you cannot go wrong with that. I mean, check them out. Great watch. Again, watch guy, check us out. Don't like us, don't subscribe to us, roast us, and enjoy.